Hello everyone and welcome back to another book review. I am filming in my car again today because it is the only quiet place I have to film. Don't mind my bag of donations that I have in the back seat because I am running errands after this and I just threw some donations in the back. So that's why there's a trash bag in my back seat. I am the kind of person who keeps their car very, very clean. I promise. Today I'm going to be reviewing another entry in a series that I have been reading and loving, and that is Komi Can't Communicate. So I am already up to volume 21, which is crazy to think. I started reading the series because my sisters recommended it to me and I have been loving it, and I am going to assume going into this review that you are at least a little familiar with the story up to this point in this series. So this is what the cover of it looks like. There's a sticker from my library on the front, so you unfortunately can't see the entire cover, but it's a colorful cover. We have Komi and we have Manga, who are featured prominently on the cover because they are two key people in this story. So a little recap, the story thus far. Komi, a little bit of a socially awkward or shy girl who has a goal to make 100 friends. She's teamed up with some people in her class like Tadano and Najimi and a couple other people, and she's branching out, and as she gets to know more people, then her team of people who are helping her make friends expands and her number of friends grows. And during this growth process, she's become friends with another girl named Manga, and between her, Manga, and her original friend Tadano, she has developed this love triangle of sorts where everyone's kind of interested in everyone else, and we're gonna see how things play out. So that's where we are at this point. There still is also an emphasis on the friendship, Komi making friends, Komi developing friends, and just living her life, having her adventures, but also this love triangle element has kind of been played up. I will say there was the love element or the love triangle introduced. Then there was a couple volumes where there was a focus more on the friendship, which I really appreciated. Now I feel like especially volume 20, there's a heavy emphasis on the love triangle, and I think volume 21 also has some of that emphasis, as in the love triangle is coming more to the forefront than it was in some of the previous volumes, even though it's been there present since it was introduced, if that makes sense. In volume 21, Komi and her entire class are going to go on a class trip to the United States. So this is just her adventures in the United States. Most of this isn't super focused on the romance because obviously they're in a new city. They are in, I assume, big tourist sites in the United States of America. I think they're only going to the US, and they're just enjoying life. So while we do have this love element, we do have this love triangle, this volume has some focus on this outside environment, I guess, as well, in New York. At least I assume this is New York. Personally, there was one scene that made this whole volume for me, and I'm going to try to find it. And that is the American border guards. Let me see if I can find it. Here we go. There's this scene where they have to go through customs when they first get to the United States. They have to show their passports and explain why they're here in the United States. And we have our classic American border guard. And anyone who has had to enter the United States, although I am sure it's different because I'm an American citizen, so maybe entering the United States should be easier, possibly is easier. I can confirm that sometimes these people are very scary, and I've always found it when I've crossed the border to go into Canada, as I do live close to Canada, going into like Canada is never as difficult as going back through American customs. I feel like those officers just are on a different level, and they can be scary, but they can also be very I don't say flimsy, but like we see that Tadano kind of gets grilled and he's yelling at them, but then Komi goes through without any problem at all. So it kind of also depends on, I guess, your officer's mood. But just this whole scene where they're having to go through like US customs is, for my in my opinion, just the funniest thing ever and made the entire book. Overall, I really like this entry in the series. I'm excited for this to continue. I like the romance element, I like the friend element, I like the travel element. I think it's all coming together, and I don't think the series is finished yet, but I'm continuing to enjoy it. I know that at a certain point, because the series isn't finished, at least I don't believe it's finished, I'm going to be caught up, and then I will have to actually read these as they come out and as the libraries get them. But overall, I've been enjoying this series and I'm looking forward to more. If you have any thoughts on the series up to this point, please let me know. I would love to hear it. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.